Welcome back to our podcast. I'm Jazera, your host for today. Last time we saw Macbeth and Lady Macbeth make a few choices that changed everything. Those choices marked their full descent into darkness. Today we'll see how the tables begin to turn, so let's jump into Act 4. Let us begin with Scene 1. We start in a dark cave where the three witches are preparing a potion to receive prophecies about Macbeth and once again further plot his downfall. Macbeth then enters the cave demanding answers, and I feel like this shows the shift in his character. In Act 1, he was very wary of the witches. Now he's actively seeking them out.
Instead of answering Macbeth directly, they kind of give him hints. Versus an armored head, it comes and tells him to be cautious of Macduff, and he has no issue with that, because he already pretty iffy about him anyway. Next is a bloody baby, and it tells him none born of women shall harm you.
Next is a child with a crown. The child tells him he shall never be vanquished until Burnham Wood moves to Dunsinane. Now that he has received these prophecies, he basically feels like he's untouchable. We'll see how true that is later.
He then asks about the lineage of the throne and kind of gets his bubble popped when 8 kings appear, and at the end stands Banquo's ghost behind one of them. When he asks about it, the witches don't answer, and to further play in his face, they do a dance and disappear.
After that, Lennox enters and tells him that Macduff went to England. In response, Macbeth sends murderers to his house to kill his wife and children just because he felt like it.
At Macduff's castle, Lady Macduff is basically venting to Ross about the hurt and betrayal she feels about Macduff just up and leaving her and the children defenseless. Ross just tells her to trust him and stay calm.
Right after, a messenger arrived telling Lady Macduff that she and her children are in danger and that they need to get out of there as soon as humanly possible. But it's too late. The murderers get there, tell the families that they were sent because Macduff is a traitor. To defend his father's honor, Macduff Jr. calls them liars, right? Obviously, they didn't like that because right after they stabbed him soundly, ending his life. Seeing this, Lady Macbeth tries to run, but she and the rest of her kids are killed later.
This once again shows how Macbeth has just completely become desensitized to all the violence that he's causing.
Now we're in England, where Macduff is meeting with Malcolm. In case you don't know, Malcolm is King Duncan's oldest child, aka the true heir to the throne. Malcolm tells Macduff that he does not trust him because not too long ago he was cool with Macbeth, and he feels like he might be a double agent. To test Macduff, he tells him that his reign as king would most likely be worse than Macbeth's, and his lust for women and greed for money would probably cloud his judgment. Macduff tries to make some type of compromise, but after hearing Malcolm continuously go on and on about how much of a poopy king he would be, he stops trying.
Saddened by what he heard, Macduff tells Malcolm that he's not fit to do anything with his life and gets up to leave. Before he can do that, Malcolm tells him that none of what he said is true and he was just testing to see his true intentions. He revealed that the King of England is already sending 10,000 soldiers to Scotland to help him reclaim the crown.
After getting ready to leave, Ross arrives. Macduff starts asking him questions about Scotland, and Ross is very vague about everything. So Macduff presses, and he reveals that Macduff's wife and children are now deceased because they were assassinated by Macbeth's men.
Macduff breaks down in grief. To help him out that dark hole, Malcolm tells him to channel all that grief into anger so he'd be able to avenge all those who have fallen at the hands of Macbeth. This is where Act 4 ends, but we're not finished yet. What do you guys think will happen next? Who else will Macbeth kill? How much more destruction will he cause? Will they be able to stop him before he causes any more damage? Or will Macbeth finally come to his senses and realize all this chaos is worthless? To find out, you'll have to come back Act 5. Until then, see you next time.